British Airways Boeing 777-200ER Norman Manley International Airport to London Gatwick.
Yeah.
My intention in this trip report is to show you what you get with British Airways flying economy between Kingston and London.
You mean 810? For my, yeah. It's alright.
The equipment taking us back to London is on its way now. We'll be heading outside in a few minutes to capture that arrival. It will be landing on runway 12. I've now returned to the airport and about to make my way through security and then to the departure area. From here on out, it's all about the visuals, the airport, the airplane sounds, just the natural ambience. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. I'll respond as soon as I can. I tend not to speak too much in my trip reports, so throughout the video, if it's relevant, I may comment on something, I may say something if at that point it's necessary for me to do so. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and at the end of this, I'll give you my verdict on what I think about this economy product.
Flight 1760 to JFK, going via Group E as a destination to board. Group D as a destination and welcome to board. Flight 1760 to JFK. Confirmed customers are welcome to board. Flight 1760 to JFK, here at gate number 2. This is a final boarding call for JetBlue's flight 1760 to JFK. Again, a final boarding call for JetBlue's flight 1760 to JFK. Please proceed to gate number 2 for an immediate departure. Doors will close in the next 4 minutes.
American Airline wishes American regrets to announce the delay of its flight 1400 to Miami. American Airlines flight 1400 estimated or scheduled to depart Kingston at 3:29.
British Airways has always been my favorite airline ever since I was a child. Even if some things like quality or freebies over time has diminished, they've remained my number one.
Sorry, stay to one side.
One side.
BA2262, one of our 3 services this week, linking Kingston with London Gatwick. My name's Tim Byte, I'm the captain. It's my pleasure to be leading a crew of 13 on this flight to London this evening. Well, we should be underway just about now. The aircraft's a little bit late getting in from London, but we've got a good flight time returning to London, just 8 hours. And we were hoping to be underway by now, but they seem to have had a system computer failure in London, which has taken out our comms system. And we have temporarily just lost contact with our control centre. So we're just desperately trying to get the aircraft weights for us. So the aircraft obviously, or the ground staff here, send all the figures to our operations control, who create what's called a load sheet, which gives us all the information we need to calculate our takeoff speeds. And we can't obviously depart without that, because it's absolutely critical information for us that we can do those calculations, determine what speed, what thrust settings, everything we need to depart off the runway this evening. So we're just awaiting those figures back from London, either via email or once the system gets up and running. And as soon as we've got those, we can then run the calculations, finish off the briefing here, which takes us probably about 10 more minutes, and then push back. So apologies we can't get moving quite at the moment. It's unfortunate that the system outage has happened. It was an unplanned outage, it wasn't a scheduled outage. It has happened just at the critical time when we were about to push back, and we haven't got any figures. So bear with us, we will be underway as quickly as possible. But let me give you some more details while we're waiting about tonight's flight. Flying us this evening is my First Officer Chris Evans, and have a relief First Officer this evening, Aaron Dealey. And looking after you, leading my team in the cabin, is Cabin Service Manager Christine Oliver. And Christine and the rest of my crew, once we do push back and start the engines, we'll take you through a safety briefing video, which we would urge you to watch. It will highlight some important safety features aboard this Boeing 777. Most notably the number and the location of the emergency exits. That's particularly important this evening because we are completely full. So please do have a look round, just familiarise yourself with the layout of the doors on this particular aircraft. We are taking off towards the south-east. That's what we're expecting at the moment anyway, and then we're going to route ourselves to the very eastern tip of Jamaica before turning north-east bound, heading up towards Haiti, and then up over the Turks and Caicos, and then the Atlantic all the way to making landfall over the southwest of the UK. And our good flight time is because we've got some strong tailwinds, but we do cross the jet streams a couple of points in the flight. At one point, about 4 hours into the service, then the jet streams make it a little bit bumpy, so we may have to put the seatbelt signs on in the middle of the night, and we would ask you, if you are using any blankets tonight, to get some sleep, to fasten the seatbelts over the top of the blankets before you go to sleep. Because we do know at some point this evening we're going to have to put the seatbelt signs on, and we don't want to disturb you and wake you up if we can't see those seatbelts. As I say, it is potentially going to get bumpy for about an hour or so during the middle of the crossing. So do make sure those seatbelts are nice and securely fastened when we do have the seatbelt signs on. But we always recommend, whenever seated, just keeping them securely fastened throughout the night. So make yourselves comfortable. We'll be underway just as soon as these figures have come through and we can complete these calculations. But in the meantime, make yourselves comfortable, and we will be underway, I assure you, just as soon as we can.
I must confess a sentiment of the most tender nature.
Welcome everyone. We will now demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft, and your attention is essential, as this may be different from any aircraft that you've flown before.
Do I smell the winds of war? I see smoke on the horizon.
Smoking, including e-cigarettes, vaping, and the use of other smoking devices, is not permitted at any time whilst on board, including the toilets, which have smoke detectors in them.
Gerald, it's you. For too long I've kept my true feelings hidden, but now...
Personal devices should have the Flight Safe Mode feature enabled now.
Handheld devices must be held securely or placed into a pocket.
What witchcraft is this? The painting! It moves!
Larger devices, including laptops, must be switched off and placed in your luggage for takeoff and landing. Please unplug your devices from the sockets. They must also be switched off and unplugged when not being used during the flight. If you do lose your device within your seat, please don't move the seat yourself. Ask a member of crew for some help.
Anne, dearest, at your age one can't be too choosy.
Hand baggage must be placed under the seat in front of you,
or carefully above in an overhead locker, so it doesn't block any aisles or exits.
Just one moment. Please check your seatbelt is fastened securely and worn whenever the seatbelt signs are on. It is fastened like this, adjusted like this, and opened like this.
For your comfort and safety in case of turbulence, we recommend you keep your seatbelts fastened and visible at all times. Time's up!
If the air supply fails, oxygen will be provided, and masks will appear automatically. If you are wearing a face mask, please remove it before putting on the oxygen mask. Stay in your seat, pull the oxygen mask towards you, and place it over your mouth and nose
Hello everyone, in a few moments have a dim in the cabin lights for takeoff, which is a normal procedure in the hours of darkness. Thank you.
It's a bit dark outside, you can't see much, but once the strobes starts flashing like you're seeing now, it means we're about to take off. And yeah, it's dark, but just the sound of the engine spooling up to full power is the magic a lot of us loves to hear. It's just beautiful. Service in World Traveller Plus and World Traveller. A special welcome to those of you returning from the British Airways Club and those of you joining from our World Flights partners. May I remind you to keep your seatbelts fastened whenever you are seated, and you must remain securely fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is on. When opening overhead lockers, please take care as items may have moved and fall out and cause injury. As a reminder, smoking including e-cigarettes, vaping and the use of other smoking devices is not permitted at any time whilst on board. This includes the toilets, which are fitted with smoke detectors. If seated in a club well, please take care of your personal electronic device when adjusting your seat, and if your device does get lost, please not move the seat, let one of us know so we can assist. We are pleased to offer our free on-board Wi-Fi messaging for all our members from the club, the British Airways Club on today's flight. Shortly, you'll be able to connect to BA Wi-Fi or join the club at shop.ba to get started. For travel inspiration, destination guides and tips on how to make the most of the time in the sky, you can read the digital edition of the High Life Shop magazine for free, available on the .air Wi-Fi login screen for your personal electronic device. All phones should be switched to
line silent to avoid disturbing other customers, and video phone calls are not permitted at any time during the flight. We are about to start your onboard service. If you do have a food allergy or would like information on specific allergens on today's flight, please contact any member of the crew. If you are travelling in a World Traveller cabin today, your headphones are in the charity envelope under your seat. Any donations placed in the envelope towards the end of the flight will be shared equally between our BA World Community Fund partners, the Disaster Emergency Committee, British Red Cross, Alzheimer's, the King's Trust and the Earthshot Prize. We now invite you to make yourself at home and enjoy hospitality, and if there is anything we can do to make your journey more comfortable, please let us know. Also, as the captain did say, we might experience a few turbulence later on in the flight, so I do advise you to keep your seatbelts over your blankets so we don't disturb you during the flight. Thank you.
We'll shortly begin our World Traveller service with a small snack and a selection of cold drinks. There is 2 meal choices tonight. The first choice will be chicken and vegetables, that's chicken and vegetables, and the vegetarian option is a vegetable curry. And I do apologise if you do not receive your first choice. After the meal service, we'll be coming out with tea and coffee. Once the meal service is complete, we'll come through the cabin with our high life selection of duty free. If you'd like any more details, please do not hesitate to contact any of the crew. And approximately an hour and a half towards landing, we'll be coming out with breakfast, and that's served with tea, coffee, juice or water. Please help us recycle as much as you can by separating the plastic bottles from the cans tonight. Throughout the flight, we'll pass through the cabin with a selection of cold drinks, offering refreshments. If there's anything me and my team can do to make the journey a little bit more comfortable, please do not hesitate to contact us. Also, once again, the 2 meal choices are chicken and vegetables or a vegetable curry, and I do apologise if you do not receive your first choice. As we will be landing around about 10:15. I do ask everyone who is sat next to a window, please lower your window blinds now, as we will be flying into daylight in a few hours, and I will need to wake you up to close your window blinds. So if you can please close all the window blinds, as it's a night flight and the sunlight will be coming through shortly. Thank you very much. Hello everyone, the captain's now fastened the seatbelt signs. Can you please everyone now return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt securely?
Toilets will no longer be available whilst the seatbelt signs are on.
I didn't like that the drink was given approximately 10 to 12 minutes after the sandwich was delivered.
A very well welcome to London Gatwick, where the local time here is coming up to 15 minutes past 10 in the morning. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the seatbelt signs have been switched off. When it's safe to do so, please take care when opening overhead lockers as items may have moved and could fall out causing injury. You may now make and receive calls as well as using all data services on your handheld electronic devices. Before you leave us today, please check that you have all your personal belongings, including anything you have placed in your seat area during the flight. If your journey ends here at London Gatwick, please follow the yellow signs for the arrivals. If you are connected onto another British Airways or one of our One World Alliance partners from Gatwick, your bags will be checked through to collection at your final destination. If you have a boarding pass for your connecting flight, there is no need to check in. Simply follow the yellow signs for arrivals and proceed through security. For all other connecting flights, please follow the yellow signs for arrivals before making your way to check-in. If you require any assistance here, please speak to our colleagues, they'll be happy to help. And for those customers of ordered assistance today, to leave the aircraft, please remain seated until the aisle around you is clear, and that crew will be on hand to assist you. On behalf of all on board and British Airways, I would like to thank you for choosing to fly with us, and we look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you and a very good morning to you all.
Another warm welcome to London Gatwick. That flight was turbulent. The seatbelt sign was on for more than half that flight. Like, it was very turbulent. Even the flight crew had to sit down and buckle up a few times.
Yeah, it really is. That difference of, yeah, out of the sun into the ice. I think from now on, when I go back. No way.
Oh no, that lovely lady left one of her bags on the airplane, so now she has to go back. Anyway, where do I begin? I feel like BA listened to their passengers regarding their food, because that roast chicken I had was a very pleasant surprise. It was tasty. It was actually really good. That's an upgrade. That meal was served approximately, well, just over an hour after we took off. We had a snack approximately 30 minutes after takeoff, and then after that snack, approximately 30 minutes or just over 30 minutes, we had that meal, which was really good. So, yeah, I'd have to give BA an A+ for that. I don't know if it was just me, but it was really good. Even the breakfast, the ham with scrambled eggs and cheese, that was very tasty. That was a very pleasant surprise compared to what I had on Bahrain to Heathrow, which was horrible. The other thing I'd like to mention is the bathroom. I was not expecting wet wipes on a British Airways flight in economy in the lavatory. I've never seen that. Have you? Never ever seen wet wipes in any economy class product I've ever been in. So this was another pleasant surprise. Now, regarding my seats, 33K is basically by the emergency exit, and if you book this expecting to have a window, you do not. The window was behind my shoulder, my right shoulder. It's almost as if that window now belongs to the passenger sitting behind me. They now have two windows. I booked a window seat. This is not what I got. It was incredibly uncomfortable for me to even film this because of the angle at which the window was situated. This seat was also not the most comfortable. I am 193 centimeters, 6 feet 3.5 inches, and My left shoulder was brushing against the passenger sitting to my left. They were very nice, very friendly, but this seat, it was cramped. It was cramped and uncomfortable. But in a cabin layout of 343, I suppose you shouldn't expect to have much room. I'm about to go collect my suitcases. Overall, this flight, apart from my seat being too cramped, and it was supposed to be a window, there was not a window. Oh, I forgot to mention that on the seat was a pillow and a blanket you can cover yourself with if you want that. But yeah, it was a turbulent flight. The seat was uncomfortable. The food, however, that's an upgrade. I am very happy with what British Airways did with their food. It was very tasty. The cabin crew also was very proactive. Like, those people deserve so much respect and admiration for the work they do. It's not easy, and for that, I always have to say thank you. Thank you so much. If any of you watching this, you're amazing. You're brilliant. And to the captain, the pilots, I bow in reverence to your skills and qualifications. You are impressive. Thank you so much.